Hello everyone, myself Maulik Patel from Electrical Department, LDRP Engineering College. In this video lecture, I discuss topic regarding advanced power system, a basics of flexible AC transmission system. For the few decades of power system facing a problem of peak power management, for our increase a load demand, we required to put a new transmission line and generation system. However, due to the small duration of the peak hours is not economical feasible, put a new transmission and for this system we want power handling capacity of transmission line increase in the peak time and this fax devices gives you potential to increase control and provide power system stability of the power system. These are the contents, definition of facts, why compensation is essential, advantage of facts, basic type of facts compensation, and objective of facts devices. Definition of facts. The flexible AC transmission system is a new integrated concept based on power electronic switching converters and dynamic controllers to enhance the system utilization and power transfer capacity as well as the stability, security, reliability, and power quality of the system interconnection. In 1988, Dr. N.G. Hingorani introduced the concept of flexible AC transmission system by incorporating the power electronic controllers. Why compensation is essential? The voltage at the receiving end does not remain constant. It mainly depends on nature of load, variation in power demand, fault in transmission line, environmental factor. All the above mentioned factors can cause voltage instability, power swing in transmission line, and blackout. The increase in the loading of transmission line sometime can lead to voltage collapse due to the shortage of reactive power delivered at the load center. This is due to the increased consumption of the reactive power in the transmission network and the characteristic of load such as induction motor supplying a constant torque. By providing the reactive compensation, above discussed difficulty can be eliminated. So now we discuss advantages of facts. The first advantage, control of power flow by controlling the line impedance, angle, and voltage. The maximum power transmitted over a line is given by P maximum equal to V1 into V2 divided by X into sine delta. In this equation, V1 is equal to sending end voltage, V2 equal to receiving end voltage, X means reactance, and delta is an angle. So after installation of transmission line, we cannot change the resistance of transmission line, but we can easily change the reactance of transmission line with help of fax devices. And here power and reactance both are inversely proportional to. When we decrease the reactance of transmission line, at the same time power transmission capability of transmission line is increases, and this is possible with help of the fax devices. The second advantage, increase the loading capacity of the line to their thermal limit. Third, increase the system security through rising the transient stability limit, limiting short circuit current and overload. 4. Damping out the power system oscillation. 5th, reduce the reactive power flow through allowing the line to carry the more active power. The prevent cascading outage by the limiting the impact of the fault and equipment failure. Provide the secure and controllable tie line connection to the neighboring utilities and region. The problem of voltage fluctuation and in particular dynamic overvoltage can be overcome by the FACS controllers. Now we discuss the basic type of FACS compensation. So it can be classified by the 4 ways: series compensation, shunt compensation, combined series compensation, combined series shunt compensation. The TCSC and Triple SC are the example of the series fax devices. SVC and Statecom are example of shunt type fax devices. UPFC is the example of series shunt type fax devices, and IPFC is the example of the series type fax devices. Now we discuss series compensation. It could be the variable impedance such as the capacitor, reactor, or a power electronic based variable source of main frequency, subsynchronous and the harmonic frequencies to serve the desired need. Inject a voltage in series with the line. If the voltage in phase quadrature with the current, controller supply or consume the reactive power. Any other phase involve the control of the both active and reactive power. This controller could be the variable impedance such as a reactor or capacitor, or the power electronic based variable source. The example of the series controller include Triple SC, TCSR, IPFC, TSSC, and TCSC. The benefit, now we discuss the shunt compensation. It could be the variable impedance, capacitor, reactor, or a power electronic based variable source or combination of both. Inject a current in the system. If current in the phase quadrature with the voltage controller, supply or consume the reactive power. Any other phase involve the control of both active and reactive power. Types of shunt compensation. First one, inductive shunt compensation, and second, capacitive shunt compensation. In inductive shunt compensation, VR greater than Vs means receiving end voltage is greater than the sending end voltage usually happen due to no load or less load or leading load. And second, capacitive shunt compensation. So if Vr less than Vs means receiving end voltage is less than the sending end voltage usually happen due to the higher load or lagging load. Type of shunt compensation. The type of shunt compensation, the first one is capacitive shunt compensation. So in this figure, the T-type construction and here pi-type line. Shunt inductive compensation. In the T-type line, here we connect the capacitor with the shunt connected transmission line, and it provides the reactive power in the transmission line. The Statecom, PCR, TSR, TSC, and TCBR are the example of the shunt compensation. The objective of FACTS to increase the power transfer capability of transmission system to keep the power flow over designed route, secure loading transmission line near to that thermal limit, prevention of cascading outage by contributing to emergency control, damping of oscillation that can be threaten the security or limit the usable line capacity.